It is January 10th, 2023. This is going to be kind of the market recap slash report for what has been going on, what I'm looking forward leading into tomorrow. And so we had setting this up was from this trade from yesterday. You can see using the yellow pivot low, and then we have a red one right here. Excuse me. Red one right up here, and the red ones are the stronger levels. But we can see what we were looking for was if price came down, hit the 38%, which signals that it could be a continuation move up for it, trade move up, but it wasn't. You can see it just continued broken on down. But I don't take that trade or the 61.8. So then the scalping trade I look for, but I don't take these first levels. When it hits the 61.8, the exit is up here, being the 38%. You can see that didn't go and get. And then the second level we look for, when it's 88.6, the exit move up to the 61.8. And so I will take that one pretty frequently, but to be even safer, you can take it down somewhere in the reverse Fibonacci extension levels down here, and that is ended up what happened yesterday. Because by the time it hit the 88.6%, I was talking about this yesterday in a live session I was doing, that I didn't want to get in it, and there was only about an hour left before the major moves in the market potentially were closed. So I said, hopefully it'll keep on just going back down, and I get in later. And since it got in right there when the market opened back up at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And how that trade also works is you just keep on going down the other way, and then when this line right here, the 38% line, when it crosses this green line right here, the 88.6, then you just move the exit just south of the 88.6 level right there. Excuse me, golly, got terrible allergies, and that's where it goes up to. Otherwise, you just ride this down and say price like stopped there and came back and hit the 38%. That would have been the exit, either that or the 61.8 level right there. But you just keep riding that down. If it comes and hits it, it's over until it crosses the 88.6. Exit moves to 88.6, and you just leave it there. So when that happened, price is at the 1.272 Fibonacci level. And this is also another little scalp that can be done, is when the price still hasn't made one of those scalp trades and it hits the 1.272. A scalp within a scalp, what you can do is go long here at the 1.272 and have your exit up here at the 1.416 level. See that happen a lot for some reason. Just the algorithms are hitting it, and they get out, pump that back up. So it's kind of a scalp within a scalp trade right there. But that's not what I was looking for. So price came all the way back down, and then when the market early opened today, just kind of luck of the draw, ended up getting out on that one, got in back down here, and then out again right there. And then on the next push up, you can see right there, it hit the 88.6 and completed that trade setup for it right there. So that's how that one works for it. And then moving forward for today is just steadily starting to move back up. You can see, kind of based out down here, kind of expanding. You have a low, higher high, lower low, now higher high, and it's just that expanding triangle set up for it. So all it is this has just been a straight up Fibonacci retracement move up. Look down right to the 88.6, hit the target. Let me zoom in a little bit. Hit the target right here, 1.146. So we just draw it up. Look for the next retracement. Didn't come down and retrace that one, so it actually didn't come down and retrace until right there. You see it hit the 38, right down off the 61.8, and then right up to the target. So I mean, this is just straight up textbook moving up right here. Then we have a real deep one right here, all the way down close to the 88.6. Just barely missed out on it, but now it's continued to move back up. So the exit that we're looking for, if it is going to continuation up, is going to be, for this one, target is going to be 39.41 and 25 cents. For the scalping trade, it would have been completed. You see, hit the 61.8, came back, hit the 38, came pretty close to 88.6, so may have called it right there when it went up, hit the 61.8, but didn't matter. So that one came up. So that's what we're looking for, S&P 500. See if this is going to continue up for the rest of the day, because there's about 2 hours left. And this is 39.27 all the way up to 39.41. So either done hit today, see if tomorrow you get that follow through and go up there and hit that. If you go over to the 1 hour chart right here, you can see what we have been having is the market's been pretty much in a range here this whole week. There's the lows, there's the highs. So if price I mean, it definitely could go up there and hit that, but if not, and there's a falling out of the market right there, then look for these lows back down here around the 3,800 level for those things to go and get retested again if this thing ends up being kind of a false breakout right over there, which it could be, definitely could be, because I mean, there were all the highs. There we have the breakout right there, but then it just came right back down, and now you can see right over here, it's struggling to really break out. We got this little hourly candle where it looks like it is, but there's definitely a lot of resistance pushing it down. So we'll see if it does, the market does fall out tomorrow. Then look for the 3,800s for that to be the target here the rest of the week. For the S&P 500, moving over, Russell 2000, same sort of thing, 1 hour chart. We're just what it has been going on over there is textbook move up. You can see we have went down here off the 61.8, went up there and hit the target. So then we just move it up one right here. It came down right off the 38% line. So the target we're looking for is 1841.2 if that one goes up there. So it's kind of running in tandem right now with the S&P 500 there for the hourly chart. Not going to go over any individual trades for it, just kind of what's been going on. And same sort of thing. There's the lows we've been having. Here's kind of the resistance. Price broke out. Now it's using that, turn that resistance into support, and has been pushing off on it. So this setup right here looks a lot more bullish than the S&P 500. So see if the Russell can lead the way and drag the S&P 500 with it, because it usually goes the other way. And then the hourly chart going over to the Dow Jones. This one's a little bit more wonkier than it. You can see there it is. There's the lows, just channel it's been in, support and resistance areas. Going on to the 5-minute chart for it. What a couple things looking for it. We have using that red semaphore as the top. You can see it came up. Let's see. No, that's the wrong way. Here's it at 38, hit off the 50. So still looking for it to see if it is going to continue all the way down here to 33,403 to see if that one's going to work out. And then, but we do have one going on the other way right here, where it's just been moving up very nicely. There's one right there down to the 38, up to the 1.146, and then down to the 61.8. So that's enough to get that scalping trade out of the way right there. But the target we're looking for is going to be right up here at the orange line at 33,857 for it, to see if that continuation trade works for it. And then over here, let me show you, we had when we were looking for to see if the continuation trade was going to happen when price hit right there. That signaled that it could be a potential reversal. And how you know when that thing just totally goes away is when price breaks that blue line right there, the high. That's when it's over with for it, as far as the look for the continuation setup right there. But you can see from the scalping trades, price blew past the 61.8, so went up to the 88% line for it. Didn't come close enough. Take out the 61.8 for it. So then, just like I said a little bit ago, you take the 38% line for it, and when it gets past it, there's where it was past right here. See, there's the 38, there's the 88. So you just make the exit down here to be the 88, and you can see right before it hit the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, price came back down, ticked off right down there, ticked it. There's the 80% line, so then that trade is over for that one. So right now, the only thing going on for it here on the 5-minute chart setup is to see if this continuation setup will come through, which is very similar for what's going on in the Russell 2000, which actually the Russell is a little bit different. It seems it's popping off better to the rest of them. So the Russell, we're actually just waiting for a retracement back down this way, where the S&P 500, we're looking for a target to go over here and get hit right there. And then same thing for the Dow Jones. Moving over to oil here real quick, we can see that there was a good size sell-off down here earlier today. Hit the 38, which signaled that for the continuation trade for that to be complete, you're looking up right here at $75.99. And then for the scalping trade setup, hit the 61.8, never hit the 38, but then look at that, ticked right off perfectly off the 88% line right there, came up and hit the 61.8, so that trade would have been a good one, real good one. Hardly any drawdown at all with it. And then for the target we are still looking for, because it still is valid, this price did not break below that previous pivot point right there, which is that blue line. So it's still valid to see if we're going to go and continue it up and get that little push through. And right now it's at $75.64 to see if we can hit that $75.99 targets. And then we just keep drawing that up from the red semaphore, wait for the pullback. Or we can use the yellow semaphore right down here, because as you can see, this has been a measured move up. There, hit the 38, hit the target, hit down here right off the 38, perfectly ticked off of there, and then looking for it to hit $76.15 for that target if that one is going to come through. So it looks like it will whenever you get two of these, especially with 30% line being so strong for this one, that the two targets, $75.99 and $76.15. So definitely look for another 40-50 cents here in the oil market to go up and hit those things. Last but not least, going to the Nasdaq market. If we go over to here to the hourly chart, we can see that a little bit of a long-term frame that we're looking for it right off the 38%. So see if we'll get the fall through and then move back higher, which would push us up to 11,478 and 25 cents. And then again, similar setup to SP 500 and Dow Jones is it's been kind of actually it's been a little bit higher. That you had this as the support area, this as the reversal area. So we'll see if this continues up and pushes it up right there and hits that over there. It would push it over the previous resistance area. So we'll see what happens with that. But for the major futures markets, 3 of the 4 setups are still the same. We're seeing if that continuation long is going to come through and hit the targets. And then real quick, let's just look at the overbought, oversold indicator down here. Daily chart, it's in the middle of no man's land, so nothing going on right there. Let's see, 4-hour chart. Okay, the 4-hour chart is really oversold right here. So we need to be expecting sooner than later a pullback, because it's way up in here in the being in the overbought indicator right there. Because as you see, now this doesn't happen every single time it goes into the overbought, but it is a good signal that there will be eventually a pullback in the market. Because as you can see, like right here where it got right up in there, see, look at that right over in there, you can see the definite gap between there. And right when it did that, we had a nice little sell-off down there. So actually, if those targets do go up there and get hit in the market, definitely looking for a sell-off in there. Let's see if we can find some other ones. Here we have an oversold one right here. You can see it rounded it out. And then we had a nice push up right there. And here we have one over here. And then so I would expect here the next day or so for a sell-off here in the market for the S&P 500 and probably drag the other ones down with us. Again, Russell 2000, same thing, oversold. Dow Jones, not oversold. Nasdaq, slightly ticked over a little bit, but it can be, but it's definitely not anything like what the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000 is. Let's see, oil is in the middle of nowhere, so that doesn't tell us anything right there. So if price does come up and hit this target up here, I'll be looking for a sell-off and probably back down to where price has been, back down in these levels right about here. What is going on? Why can't I do that? There we go. Down to about right there. The high 3800s from where it's been. So anyways, that's that. Take care. Talk later. Bye.